Good evening and welcome to our November 20th business meeting. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Yike. Wait a minute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That was definitely that was not our best pledge performance right there. I heard there was an echo. Yeah, there was an echo.
I don't like to rush it.
We were not in unison.
I like to think about those words. I'd like to open it up to the public to comment on any of the listed agenda items. Okay, the treasurer's report for August and September is available in the district office. Next on the agenda is the consent agenda.
Resolved to approve the consent agenda items 2 through 14 as presented to the board at this meeting.
Second.
Questions or comments?
Tonight, the board's approving meeting minutes, CSE, CPSE placements, a substitute listing updated for the school year, additional unpaid and some club advisor changes for various staff members, approving members of the RISE team for meeting participation for this upcoming school year. The RISE program is a self-contained special education program that's taking place at the high school. Accepting a bid for a proposal from Ferrario Auto Group for a truck vehicle. Approving stormwater operator certification form, which is an annual approval. Approving 2 overnight trips for the wrestling team, one to Saratoga, one to Albany, both in January. Approving a change order from Field Turf USA. Approving budget transfers that amount to over $25,000 for the period October 21st to November 10th. Approving the winter coaches and seasonal game day coordinator. Approving entering into an agreement with the medical facility and authorizing a medical examination of an employee.
Any questions, other questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? The resolutions pass. Okay, we're going to jump right into our presentations.
All right, the presentation this evening is our facilities and operations presentation. I'd like to welcome Mr. David Spittle up.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for that warm welcome. The roar in the crowd. Yeah, so in the fall here, I always give a facilities update, which is really to tell you what we've done over the summer and what projects we have ongoing and where we are in our capital projects. So let me see here. So this is our creed here. What we do as an operations team is we effectively leverage district resources to create and maintain a resilient, safe, healthy, and beautiful environment that reflects a culture of excellence and opportunity. And we provide operational support for student-centered programs, activities, and events. We're going to tonight give a little virtual tour of inside and then outside. I have a special tour for the outside. But in the summer, what we generally do is the schools never close, so we do have support for operations in the summer for sports, conferences, student programs, ESY, etc. But really, we focus on the interior of the school on a detailed cleaning. We clean every surface, the lights, the floors. We do some painting and things like that. So that's how we keep this place so spotless. And then this summer, I put this on the inside, but it's we also did an upgrade of our software that secures events, facilities use, and work order software for when teachers need something done in their classroom. And my senior office assistant, Val Mansfield, led that charge. I didn't do anything. She did it all, and it was a seamless integration of a new software. Really went well. So then we also used the summer to do some non-capital bigger projects that we do in-house. And this year we did the bathrooms at the elementary school, and I'll show you some pictures. We got the modular outside the elementary school ready for UPK. We got rid of the all room and made it into some other spaces, which I'll show you. And then we took care of the high school. So this room 122 downstairs. So the programs change every year, and usually in the spring we meet with with the administrators and see what needs they have, and we always need more classroom space for some reason. So that's my job, is to try to conjure up more space. So the elementary school bathrooms, we've done this in-house for about $5,000 per bathroom by leveraging our staff and some local contractors. So last summer we did 13 of the bathrooms, and we didn't make them into Taj Mahal here, but we did replace all the fixtures, the toilets, the dispensers, the sinks, the mirrors. We put new floors in and painted. So they were in much need of an upgrade. So we did 13 last summer and 14 this summer. So they're now all completed
Dave,
in the elementary school.
those are the single-use bathrooms?
Yeah, these are not the gang bathrooms.
Right.
The K wing and the first grade wing all have bathrooms inside the classrooms.
Yes.
Those are teeny tiny deals, but those hadn't been touched in years. So I don't know when the last time, but and there's also single use for faculty
there
and
in kindergarten.
faculty. Yeah, yeah. There's a little graffiti from you in there. I saw. And this represents a huge savings. You can imagine what a bathroom in your house takes to do. Imagine if you had 27 of those. So this was, we decided, rather than spending $3 million on bathroom upgrades, that we'd do it in-house, and it came out nice. So. This was an old picture of the modular building outside. Barbara used to teach in there, didn't you? Yeah,
I did.
My son
My room.
had class in there, but for years it was dilapidated. It had it was a storage building basically, and it took us 5 years. But Dr. Luft asked me to make it into classrooms. At the time, we thought maybe 5th grade would come back. We didn't know, but it took us 5 years to complete the project, and it looks a lot nicer on the outside. We had new roof and gutters, new windows, new HVAC, new flooring, new ceilings, new bathrooms, plumbing, tech, all the alarms and that needed to be done. And we painted the exterior and interior, and we got some furniture that was repurposed, that we were able to take out of storage and such. So voila, there you have a pre-K classroom at really,
Wow.
and that's what it looks like. There's 2 of them that look just like this. They're identical, and they each have a bathroom in there. So they look pretty good. This is upstairs at the middle school. This was a library when I was growing up with carpet, but that extended all the way to one side to the windows. And it's been a lot of things over the years. It was an all room for many years. We called it an all room. It was really kind of a nothing room. It didn't work for anything. So we worked with a local contractor and our in-house folks to make it into small group instructional space. This is the AP office. This is Jamie Zecca's office there. Sam, your map is on the wall to the left. I didn't get it in the picture, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
But I donated a map that's on the right over there.
That's
The
right.
map's of Putnam Valley. She likes that.
The one in the center looks like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, was it? Okay. And then this is a conference room in use. I took this 2 days ago. And also, which isn't pictured here because I went to take a picture and there was a class in there. I didn't want to disturb them, but we took 2 small instructional spaces, but they were very small, and we took the wall down in between them and made it into a useful classroom there on the 2nd floor. That was the goal at the end of the day, and to add these spaces. So I thought everything came out pretty good. Downstairs here at the high school, we had a new cohort of special needs kids coming in here, and it was a larger class, so we took this room 122 downstairs. We knocked a wall down, took some of the faculty room from the teachers, and they didn't complain, believe it or not at all. And we took their bathroom away, and we gave this room a private bathroom. And it came out great. They love it. So now the exterior, I have done in the past before and after pictures, and we take the board around and try to show as much stuff that we've done as possible. This year, with the help of our tech team, I was able to fly a drone around and have a video for you guys. And during the video, you're going to see some of the stuff we've done over the years, and I'll point out some of the sustainable energy stuff and the capital projects that we've done and that we're going to do, and then I'll go over some other stuff. So here's our elementary school. I started here, and you can see we did this on like one of the last nice days this year, so it was about a month ago, 3 weeks ago. Dan helped me edit this. It was really long, but we sped it up. And Mike Lee's drone is what we flew around here. So here's, when I look around, I see stuff that needs to be fixed, but I also see opportunities for the future. And these flat roofs I see as future solar opportunities. We're in the middle of a building condition survey, so this roof will probably last another 5 years or so, but at that time, when we replace the roof, we'll consider solar options there. There's an outdoor classroom. I don't know if you've all seen that behind that we've upgraded. It's used a lot. To the right here, we couldn't get the drone down into the courtyard, but over into that right is the courtyard. There's the new UPK building. And out here is where we're going to put the new playground to our side of those 4 tables there. We're going to have a playground, and we're working with the engineers and architects to design something that we're not going to call the little toy. We're going to call it something else. I don't know. But here is the upper field at the elementary school. Under that field is where our existing geothermal wells are, and we're going to expand that well system back out into that field. And that's what's going to now power the elementary school for heating and cooling. That's Cranberry Pond. The drone was flying over it, so I just said, let's show it. And there's a beautiful view of Putnam Valley. There's Lake Peekskill back there. And now we're going to fly back down and see, we happen to do this at 9:30 in the morning, and so this is the UPK drop-off. One of the operational things we had to do to adapt to the UPK behind the building is figure out how to get their kids in and out of here. So that's the drop-off. So we jump over to the high school.
Did you fly over or jump over?
I drove, yeah, we drove. And we took the drone back out. So this courtyard is something that I'm really proud of. About an hour after this video was shot, there was 120 kids out there using it and really enjoying it. The next capital project we have is we're going to hardscape that and make it more user-friendly, accessible for handicapped folks and such. Wellness trail to the left. We're going up the driveway. You can see, even though we've filled potholes and stuff, it's in pretty rough shape. We're flying, so next summer we're going to rip up this entire driveway and parking lot and retaining walls and replace it. So this concept that you see to the left down here with the light poles and the trees and the sidewalk there, that is what we're going to continue that concept down in front of the middle school here when we redo that. So we'll have more lighting out there, pedestrian walkway on the sidewalk, and hopefully we'll have enough room for some trees and some grass there too.
This drone is feeling very low right now.
No.
What's that? We almost hit a wire with it. That's why we had to stop.
How long will the grounds be closed in order to do the?
I don't know yet, and I'm getting that question asked a lot right now. So it's going to depend. Here, let me stop this because we're getting to the exciting part. Oh shoot, Dan, you got to help me here. So we're drawing plans up right now.
Okay.
And they're going to go for SED approval, and then and then we'll go out to bid on them. And then once the contractor who has a low bid comes back to us, then we'll have operational meetings to understand logistics and how it's going to work. So I would plan on next summer not having a lot of access to this parking lot, and we'll do the best we can to give more access.
So the
as
summer
we can.
programs will all run through the elementary school
That is likely, yes.
plan? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so where are we here? What do I do?
Yeah, but it's hard to get
I
the
know, but-
cleaners in, and I know,
But you
it
also
has
have
to
the
be
camp.
done.
Okay, we're
yeah.
going.
The summer camp picks up their kids here, but they're going to have to do it at the elementary.
Oh, okay, we went backwards a little bit, it's fine.
It's important.
This video was 12 minutes long, but Dan did all the editing and he sped it up to about 5.5 minutes. So it makes it a little jerky, but you guys would have gotten a little bored. So there's the trailhead for the wellness trail there. You can see there's some pine trees we planted there that will grow and block that solar field from us being able to have to see that solar panels. Now here's the coup de grace. This is the turf and track, which really I think came out great, getting a lot of positive feedback from it. Really worked closely with Rob Webb, the new athletic director, who's really good at design, which was nice. So he and I collaborated to make this this come out great with the blue track with the gray transition zones. This end of the, oh, there's the hawk, you see him? This end of the field closest to us, we took up that was asphalt with rubber on it. It was very underutilized, so we made that into turf, which was made a whole new practice area. That was one of the coolest things we did there, I think. Boy, those kids are fast. Oh, it's sped up a little bit. Okay, so this is where the geothermal fields for the middle school are under that baseball field. So just pointing that out here. And then as we slide to the left, the geothermal well fields for the high school are right over here. And then I want to show you our outdoor garden there and the campus garden. And then right next to that is where we're going to put that new fitness center that Grace talked about and got that grant for. Okay, so we had to site that there. This is what it looks like. I just got this picture offline, but it'll look a little different than that. We have a way to alter it some. This is the wellness center roof that we're going to put solar on next summer. We're up there looking at designing the solar array. Here is the flat roofs up here at the high school are going to be replaced next summer as well. We have a lot of work to do next summer. It's going to be busy. And you can see we have to move those solar panels. Now this is the end. You can see all the solar panels on top of the middle school roof. That was done in 2019, but the rest of it, and those are good for a while. And yeah, so Dan, Mike was, did we miss the credits? Because those are the most
No,
important.
we saw them.
Okay.
We saw
Mike
them.
Lee was the drone pilot and Dan did all the editing. So that's it, yeah. So that's what, if you have any questions about this fitness court, did you get presented on it at all? Okay.
No, I think it's going to be great.
And so I just want to show you a picture of that. Capital project update. So just to remind everyone, this project that was approved by the voters last year here's what it includes. At the elementary school, we're going to redo the nurses suite over there. We're going to upgrade the geothermal to be able to supply the entire school with heating and cooling using the ground source heat pumps. We're going to get a new playground around the same size as the existing one over there and add to that. At the middle school, we're going to upgrade the HVAC on the entire second floor there. We're going to change out all the AC there, hopefully get some new drop ceilings in as well. And the parking lot and retaining walls we talked about. And then at the high school, we're going to do that courtyard over again with make it a concrete of some sort where the pea gravel is now. And the wellness center roof, we're going to put solar on half of that, about 7,000 square feet of solar, which I'll talk more about in my budget presentation. And then we're going to replace the flat roofs and the parking lot and driveway and retaining walls. So where we are in the process, we did a lot of work this summer for this project. We're meeting and collaborating with the stakeholders, administrators, staff, architects, engineers, surveyors, etc. Walking around buildings and on roofs and in basements every day, working on these projects. Planning them now is what's going to make them go smoothly and hopefully to keep my reputation of getting things done on time. So, unlike some other jobs in town. Anyway, and so we've been doing that all summer. We plan next month in December to submit the SED, submit the plans to SED. And right now it's about 3 weeks out when we submit them to get them back. And so long as we still feel that they're going to work within our budget, we're going to put them out to bid and see if they really do fit within our budget. And then we plan to start the work next summer. Don't know if we'll finish it, probably not. It'll probably be finished the summer after in 27. So that's, it's just a little bit too much to get all that geothermal and work done at the elementary school next summer. So September of 27. I promise it'll be done. So, and we also just put this down at the end here, building conditions survey is underway, which is the next stage of planning for future projects, what we think we might need 5-10 years down the road, and planning for that so we don't get surprised by a big bill someday. Transportation. Just to go over quick, we have a hybrid service. Putnam Valley does our out-of-district driving and weekend sports trips and field trips, some of them. Royal Coach is a contract company that does our to and from school and most of the sports trips. We talked last couple times about zero emission, the mandate from the state to convert our fleet to electric vehicles. We all think that's not going to happen on target in 2035, but we did do a feasibility study. I had a preliminary presentation of that, but next week the company we hired is going to present to Jeremy, Grace, and I with their results of their feasibility study and how much it's going to cost us and whether we can and how it would work to change our vehicles over to electric if we're forced to follow that mandate.
Why don't we wait until we see what the state is going to do? Because I got to tell you, I think this is, you know.
Well, we are waiting. This is just a study that we had to do. If you end up doing the conversion, the money that they give you per bus and for infrastructure gets enhanced. They give you a lot more money if you have a study done ahead of time. So we hired a group to do this study to see whether we could do it and how much it's going to cost us, and then we'll look at this study and I'll give you a secret. We're not going to do it next year, Sam. It's not going to happen.
There's also, I'm not even sure it's a secret anymore. There's also a state mandated survey in which we have to complete, which provides an update where we are, what our hurdles are, what our anticipated costs are, what our electrical load is. So we essentially need the data in this report just to complete the state required survey, that they need that information so they could tell us they're moving the deadline back. I don't think it's going away. We've seen no mention of it going away, but I think the reality is they're going to have to change the timelines of it.
Yeah, I can't imagine 2035 being that is the current cutoff, isn't it? 2035.
Right.
Yeah, I could see them moving into the 40s.
Yeah, and they're going to need costs to come down and some other things, and a lot of districts are way worse shape than us for a conversion.
Yeah.
It would be easy for us to compare it to Lakeland or something like that, or Arlington.
Does
you can
Royal
imagine.
Coach sit in on these feasibility studies? Like, are they included or are they separate?
We had to get some data from them. You know, this is a very detailed study that they did. They looked at all of our routes, all of our vehicles, exactly how many miles are done in the morning, in the midday, afternoon, by which vehicles. It was, we're going to look at this study next week, but it was very detailed.
And the
Royal Coach got a
infrastructure,
lot.
they
What's
look at
that?
they look at the infrastructure too, what it would
Oh, yeah.
cost to bring the power lines up.
Yeah,
or-
we have the juice. That's the good news. I did get that. We have plenty of capacity at the Adams Corners transformer to be able to accommodate charging for all our buses. It's there. We would have to add some infrastructure on our campus, but again, getting ahead.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
We're
don't
gonna
get
get
me nervous, David.
I'm not. I know. I didn't want to make you nervous. Just wanted to breeze over this, Sam. That's what I wanted to do.
The lights
Anyway.
in the rest of the town will go off, though.
Those
So-
school buses are running again.
So in order to breeze over it, moving on, a smooth, this year's start to school was our second year with Royal Coach, and it was incredibly smooth. We really ran into hardly any problems. I actually, so far, this fall, have had one phone call from a parent, and it was to thank me for fixing a problem she had last year with a bus that was driving too fast around her neighborhood. So it was good. So it really went well. So really have a good team, and Royal Coach is doing a great job. Something we're now that we have buses working well and getting our kids to and from school on time and all that normal stuff, we're really working to put our administrators together with the dispatchers and drivers to make sure we're collaborating and making sure that the kids are in their seats and stay safe and don't distract the drivers as they go down the road. So that's something we've implemented, and it's really working pretty well.
How did the rollout of the Find Your Bus app on your phone, whatever it is?
It works.
Did that work?
It works,
We have
yeah.
a lot of parents signed up, and
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah, Jeremy has to update the spreadsheet to them every year, but he does that. So,
Yeah,
but
he
yeah,
does job.
I think it works fine.
Good.
I don't hear complaints, which is good news. Safety and security, we continue to, utilize best practices and upgrade our security systems and protocols as new information comes in. We also changed out our access control system software. Matt Brady did that obviously, not me, and that will allow us to expand our access door swipes further without, and cost us about 20% of what it would cost us now to add a door swipe to a door. And that transition went well, so it was seamless. Questions from the crowd?
Yeah, I know you don't like praise. I know that, David. But
No,
I got to
I'm
tell
fine with
you, we are so fortunate to have you and your leadership and your team. And I mean team with transportation, building and grounds. The money that you've saved this district, the community, the work that you've done to make this a beautiful, functioning institution, all three buildings, is just phenomenal. And it falls to you, and so appreciative. I mean,
I would say that the team is wonderful, really.
it's the
from
leadership that
top
guides
to
the
bottom.
team.
They all care, and that's the main thing, right? So we have a really good culture in our operational workforce here, and they really do. It's obvious that they care, and it makes my job easy in the night.
The taxpayers need to understand the amount of money that is saved by doing all these things in-house, and a lot of it is done in-house. Over and over again, you're taking care of the buildings and the grounds like that, and it's just phenomenal, and it's so appreciative. I
Thank you.
mean that.
Thank
Well,
you.
and Jeremy and I were at a advocacy with the legislatures last night, and one of the quotes, I don't even remember which one it was, but it was something about students may not consciously recognize it, but how how they're surrounded, how their buildings are taken care of when they come into a place that's clean and nice and floors are shiny and the litter is picked up and everything's fixed and painted, shows them that we care about them, that we value them, and how important that is. And so they may not realize it, but it's true. I can see it when I walk into a building, into these buildings. But students may not realize it, but it shows that they're loved. So thank you.
Yeah, well, we do get everybody that comes in from other districts, they're like, was this school built like 2 years ago? It's like, no, it's 25 years ago.
That's
It's like,
right.
my God. No, they're really just, and they're not just telling me because I'm the operations director, just like this, people really rave about how well this school is kept. And that,
Absolutely.
and that in itself will also save money, makes us resilient for the long run, the maintenance there, so that things don't fall apart. So, thank you. Appreciate it.
I have one question.
Sure.
I don't use the bus or the bus app, but I have received feedback from other people in the town that you can see everybody's bus route and not just your own. Is there a way to make it so that you can that there's like a sense of privacy for the bus routes?
I mean, the buses are all, it's all public
Phoning a
information.
friend.
I'm not sure what the privacy piece would be. I mean, you sign up for whatever route you want to follow,
No,
but if you want to,
follow like anybody's bus.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's, you could type in any bus you want. It's all sort of public information in terms of where those buses are at any one time.
Yeah.
In terms of GPS. In fact, you could watch from like an administrator, we can see where all the buses are at any one time.
Do
to see
you
where they are.
limit what parents access the app?
You need an account to access the app. You can't
Do we
access
approve
it.
that? Like I have no reason.
We
to
load
access
their,
an app.
yeah, you wouldn't be able to.
Right, okay.
We load a username and password. So if they're not in the system, they can't access the app. So it's only available.
So it only
to
goes
parents.
to parents, is
It
what
only
you're
goes
saying?
to parents.
That-
this is
You
that's
couldn't be some
Good.
random community member and follow
Right.
a bus
Okay.
on the app. You'd have to be a
That's
parent.
Good to
important.
know.
Where would a parent, such as yours truly, find the information to be able to get the app? And
It's all on the website.
I was just looking for it. I'm not sure where to
Maybe I
go.
should look first
I
before.
went
Yeah.
to transportation and I didn't see it there because I think that's where it would be. Also, if I could just request that the bus routes be under the transportation, I mean, that's not really you, but like the bus routes be on the transportation portion of the website, that would be great. Like that's like a website thing. They're there somewhere, they're just not under transportation.
And maybe how to sign up for the app on transportation as well, you know, that.
Right, so
Right.
like, the only thing in transportation right now is a form for an out-of-district bus and something else.
Okay.
Just so that it's a little bit easier for parents to navigate. I think that's a fantastic feature, to know what's going on with your kid,
Yeah, yeah.
especially when they're little. So that's awesome,
Okay,
yeah.
we can work on that.
Dave, really thank you for your leadership.
No, thank you.
Our
Right.
buildings are beautiful for our kids, so thank you so much.
Thank you.
Dave, before you run off, thank you, first of all. The Wilderness Trail,
Yeah.
how long is it?
It's exactly a mile.
Okay,
Yeah.
and it's open to the public
It's open to the public
after school hours?
after school hours, yeah.
Okay.
It's used a lot, really is, yeah, so.
The high school, middle school parking lot next summer,
Mm-hmm.
is there, I know you're just in the preliminary rounds, is there a temporary driveway anywhere that could be put in, or? like-
Well, this is going to all be part of the logistics plan when I meet with the contractor, and, you know, we're likely going to work from the end of the middle school driveway and work our way out. I would imagine that's how it's going to go. The temporary driveway, we may use the road around the back of the wellness center. You know, let's say if we want to keep the turf open for some athletic events and the thing is plowed out, we might be able to do that. But I don't want to promise that, because if it's a really wet year, then I can't do it, right? So, but we'll make as much accommodations as we possibly can. And usually, you know, we kind of worry a lot about how projects are going to get in the way of operations, but we'll figure out how to make it as painless as possible for the community and people that want to use the facility. We really will work hard on that. So, but I don't want to make any promises right now.
No, I understand.
Feel like talking
Yeah,
to
the
contract.
PAC isn't used much in the summer, right? I mean, it's used in May and June for dance recitals and stuff, but it's.
Right, and I've been warning people all along.
Right.
So we talked to Susie and her clients, that KJK Studios uses it in the summer. We've already talked to them, and, you know, we could find access for them on a daily basis, but I don't,
Right.
if they're gonna have a show and invite parents and stuff, I told them, I don't wanna risk ruining their show by having, you
Right.
know,
That's good.
bulldozers in front of the front here when they're coming in. So we've warned them, and they're making adjustments accordingly.
Now, when you extend the way the high school parking lot is to the middle school, are you going to end up with the same amount of parking spaces?
We're going to cut into that hillside a little bit across from the front of the middle school.
Okay.
And we're going to try to add some parking spaces there. I think it'll be about the same.
Okay,
But we don't have a severe parking space shortage here. We really, during the day, I think I counted one time 54 empty spots over there. We used to have recess out. in
I was
that
going to
playground.
say, remember for many years, that
Yeah.
whole side of the parking lot there was an outdoor recess
Right.
space.
Yeah, that's right.
In the middle school, so
Yep.
those spots were never taken. The only, I think overall, I think it's a slight decrease in the number of parking spaces, what we're projecting. But on a day-to-day operational standpoint, it'll have no impact on anyone here. The only time you're ever going to notice it is for large-scale events, graduation, maybe a homecoming game, something like that, where we really utilize all of our parking spaces. But if we're able to, and it's something I know Dave is really excited about, is creating more parking behind the wellness center there. That could actually, if we're able to do that, that could actually end up with additional parking, more parking spaces than we have now.
Yeah, we're going to have that put in as an alternate, and it solves some handicapped access issues as well, because, you know, right now to get down there, you know, you have to use the elevator in the high school for a
Right.
wheelchair to get down to that level, right? Or to come from the other side with we used to bring people down in a gator. So if I can get that side road paved alongside the wellness center, and then put a parking lot behind these locker rooms here, then that will be handicap access, and it'll be on the
Nice.
floor, right? So it'll be good, and it'll create some more parking spaces.
Good.
So.
and again, your design will make it safer for students to walk out of the middle school and get
Yes,
to cars.
that was the whole idea.
Right.
You know, it's
So-
been, yeah, it's, we put some painted walkways in
Right.
because it scared me every day I'm out there and make it nervous. You know, kids running between, or teachers and kids running between cars and stuff. And it's like, okay, let's make, because the high school is so much safer with
Safer.
that sidewalk that goes in
Right.
front. People can just go in front and then walk to the sidewalk to their car, and it just feels a lot better. So that's the primary reason for that.
Okay.
And we'll also add some lighting along there that will make it safer as well.
It's
So,
all about the kids.
Do the students have any comments or questions or? Graduating?
They're getting ready for their report.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They have to
guys have any
report.
questions? No?
So I do, thank you very much. I do want to thank Dave and his team do an outstanding job. I get to work very closely with Dave for all these construction projects, and he really means what he says, that he is on top of all of these projects and ensures they get done. He's constantly yelling at contractors, so I don't need to. And
In a nice way.
in a nice way. He nicely yells at them, which is better than I could do. One thing I was actually a little unfortunate, you didn't, the stairs weren't in yet when you did the drone footage.
Right.
So the stairs up the hill from the middle school, and they look pretty cool. That's about 25 years in the making, those stairs, so.
Yeah.
It's really nice to have them in, and I think once the railing's on, they'll be open to the public, but.
Yeah, next week should be, again, I don't want to make promises, should be the first week in December. That railing will be in and they'll be open. We'll take the construction fencing down, and that whole project will be done. Those stairs were quite a project. They're just stairs, right? It should be easy, but we had to move them 3 times, change them. I've been out there 3 times a day since June on working on those stairs.
There's a reason why it took 25 years to build them.
Right, wasn't easy, but they look great. Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you very much.
Oh, and, just one other thing, I was kind of obnoxiously bragging about time before, but we were able to get that turf done in time for the first game, which not many other schools were able to do. So.
Congratulations.
It's outstanding.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Dave.
Dave.
Thank you, Dave.
Thanks,
Thank
Dave.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, reports, students. Lots have been happening.
We're officially in the second quarter. The first quarter ended on November 7th, so we're in quarter two. The fall drama, Arsenic and Old Lace, was a success and took place about 2 weeks ago. Volleyball won sectionals, coming back from being down 2 sets, and then they had a clean sweep in regionals, and now they're at states this weekend. Elizabeth Knuth went to states for swimming. She's on the conjoined swim team. The Gratitude Festival is on November 24th in memory of Ben Lauder. Winter
Wait,
sports.
Is that Monday? Yeah, because there
They
was
changed
some
it from
confusion
Tuesday, yeah.
of whether it was supposed to be Tuesday or Monday, but it is Monday.
Yeah, it's Monday.
Yeah. Winter sports started this Monday and are taking place now throughout the winter. The Big Buddy program has all their Friendsgiving pizza parties this week. And History Club is planning to go to the Intrepid Museum in New York City on December 10th.
Nice.
Cheer won sectionals, and then they went to states, and we won. Seniors are just starting to hear back from some colleges, very slowly, but there were Garrison tours on the 17th, which some students gave their students tours, and then I gave a parent tour that night. World Kindness Day was on the 13th, and Friends Network, which is the program for the Rise Kids and us that I'm a part of, we went around the school handing out bracelets and stickers. It was super cute. The Spotlight Awards are next Tuesday, and then NHS is doing a lot in the winter we have a coat drive going on. We just delivered food to a food pantry today, and then we have the tour drive. And then Yearbook Club and IB Dance are going to see the Rockettes on December 3rd.
Cool, cool.
Can you estimate how many bags of food you took? You have any idea? I saw them all lined up in the
They were
hall.
all lined up. There was a lot.
There
They
was
had to
a
take
lot.
many cars, yeah.
That's
I-
great.
It was a success, yeah, it was really
That
good.
is wonderful.
You know, each of the schools is doing some kind of taking care of their neighbors' plans. I'd like to know, to be able to brag, like how many coats how many things do we do? It's not just that we run these drives, but the students do so much for the community. I'd like to be able to celebrate that and say, we collected, 40 bags of coats or whatever it is, because I think people need to hear how much you do and students do for the community. I know that they run them, but we don't always hear how successful they were or how much it means to the community, the work that you guys do. So just a suggestion. I'd love to know. It's like when I went to the art Saturday where you could make paint a ceramic thing, and then I asked the president of that club, when they decide who to give the money to and how much, please report to us, because that way we can celebrate how great our students are and what they do for the community. So anyway, we can't celebrate it if we don't know. So.
Yeah, we can find that out.
Yeah, well, they're still going on, so people can still donate coats, toys, even
Right,
the food drive.
until December 1st, right?
Yeah,
Until-
I think so.
Great.
And just drop them off at the main
Yeah.
front door? Yeah.
You
so-
can't leave toys there because people were taking them, but if you just leave them in the office, that's fine. They'll bring them up.
And coats, gently used or new?
Yeah.
Gloves, what else? Hats,
Yeah, they'll take all of that.
socks? I'm trying to think what else was on the list. So, And toys, they don't have to be brand new, but, you know, with all the parts.
Yeah, you don't want to
So,
give a kid
you
this
know,
parts.
books, you know, do you know if they're collecting like children's books and that kind of stuff?
I don't know about books. I mean, I'm sure they would take books.
Yeah,
I would think so,
Okay.
yeah.
all right.
Are these
Thank you.
publicized anywhere for like, I mean, I would love to donate gently used toys, but we don't find out about it from the middle school.
I don't know
I
if
have no
they're
idea.
posted anywhere. We just have flyers around the school.
Okay.
So I'm not. I don't know if they like go out.
Our
Keep in
direct,
mind here, they all go to the same
They did
place.
send
I
a
feel like
co-
people all over the community would donate gently used toys. I mean,
Well,
people
and
are
I
always
think
looking for
the
places.
elementary school is actually having a little store from,
Yes, that's
from the
correct.
things that are donated.
Mhm.
So people can go and, you know, pick out something. So that might be another good place if you have gently used toys
Yes,
and books. So
we'll get that
Put it-
information as well.
put it on your list of things to do.
Maybe we can make it like community public information.
I just checked. They've done it for the last couple of years. The advertisement for it goes out typically end of November, beginning of December, because the toy drive runs through Christmas.
Oh,
So,
so I got this?
no,
And I just ignored
it hasn't gone out yet.
Oh.
It's typically end of November, early December, because the toy drive goes all the way to Christmas. So the
Oh,
last
I see.
3
Okay.
years, that's when the flyer goes out to the
Okay.
entire community.
Oh, great.
Okay, good,
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you.
Okay, Dr. Luft, what else is happening? What else is happening?
Yeah, they covered most of it. We did have our superintendent's conference day on election day, and there was faculty and staff were engaged in a variety of professional development opportunities throughout the day. We had our first responder appreciation event, so that includes our equipment and apparatus event here at the middle school, our read aloud at the high school. So we want to thank all of those first responders who either serve or live within our or live in our community. And it was sort of highlighted by the Westchester County Police helicopter did a flyover and landed on the front field of the elementary school. There's really not much more exciting than watching 600 kids stand on the hill scream as the helicopter comes flying over the trees and just over the chimney of the building. So the pilot was excellent. He did like 3 passes over the kids before he landed on the front field, and then every kid had a chance to walk up, shake their hands, thank them. Some gave them cards, take a picture, and then continue on. So we're very appreciative for all of those who make that possible, and for the partnership we have with all the first responders here in our community. We had, I did want to just take a minute to recognize that Veterans Day had passed since our last meeting, and I do want to thank all of those who served. I know we're lucky to have many in our community, and I love the signs that line many of the streets. And I did want to take an opportunity just to recognize all of the veterans who either live or used to live in Putnam Valley. And I'll even give credit to one Jason Luft, who is a U.S. Marine. Theater Works had their performance of Arsenic and Old Ace. I know we already covered that. The Education Foundation had their annual Trunk or Treat fundraiser here at the middle school. Many of us had an opportunity to attend the Westchester Putnam School Board Association annual regional dinner. We heard a lot about AI and what that looks like in schools. So that's board members and superintendents around the region got to attend that dinner at Tilly Foster Farm up in Brewster. We spoke a little bit about the Garrison 8th grade students and the parents visiting on 11/17. We had our state mandated middle school, high school lockdown drills continue. Before this meeting, we had a Read and Rise event at the elementary school, building on children's literacy at home. Our elementary school had their gym show just yesterday. So the Olympics was the theme this year, so many of us had the opportunity to attend the gym show and see that as well. BOCES Tech Center has a visit and tours at the representatives of the high school on 11/19 yesterday, and 10th graders are scheduled to tour the facility on December 2nd. Elementary school had their book fair this week from the 17th to the 21st, so one more day to go. Barbara and I had the opportunity to attend the Lower Hudson Council School Superintendent's Legislative Forum last night. So it was about 140 people in attendance. Every assembly person and senator from our region, the region representing the 78 school districts in the council, were invited. Many showed up in person, a few sent staffers. But it was really a great opportunity for us to share what our advocacy efforts are focused on for the upcoming school year, which is really about preserving and protecting public education. Some of the other advocacy points we made was looking to find a competitive balance between private and public schools when it comes to athletic competition, supporting public education, funding the foundation aid formula, and protecting schools from privatization. I know we spoke a little bit about cheerleaders, so they're state champions for the second time in 3 years, and we'll be recognizing them here at the board meeting in December. So we'll be inviting all of our cheerleaders to the board meeting to be recognized as state champions. We spoke a little bit about volleyball is up at states right now. They have pool play tomorrow, and hopefully if they prevail, they'll be playing on Saturday for the state championship. Swimming, Elizabeth Knuth qualified for states, and she is also up, I believe, in Rochester to swim as part of the Lake Lampanis merge team with Putnam Valley. Our UPK applications are open, and they are due back by December 31st, and this is UPK applications for the 26-27 school year. So we'll be continuing our partnership with the YMCA next year and offering that to students who reside in the Putnam Valley school boundaries and will be 4 years old by December 1st, 2026.
And UPK is?
Universal Pre-Kindergarten. Our March Superintendent's Conference Day, I did want to talk to the board about the possibility of moving that date. Our intention was to schedule it to coincide with the Eid holiday, which is in March. The Eid holiday begins in the evening and runs through the following day. Many districts in our region, based upon the information we were provided at the time, selected the 19th to honor the holiday and scheduled the Superintendent's Conference Day, which just simply means the students who celebrate Eid and their families won't be missing school in order to celebrate their holiday. It's come to our attention since then that the 20th is a more accurate date for that. I've been working with Jackie and the building principals and administrators to ensure that what we have planned for that March Superintendent's Conference Day can be moved, which we were able to confirm. So without objection from the board, I'm going to request the next meeting that we move the March Superintendent's Conference Day from Thursday, March 19th to Friday, March 20th. There's no extra time off, which is simply shifting the day by one day in order to more purposely recognize the Eid holiday that falls on March 20th.
Yeah, I think we just need to let families know.
Yeah, well, December 11th we'll know, so that they will have 2 months,
Oh, yeah,
January,
3
February,
months.
3 months
3 months.
beforehand to
Do we
know.
have to, does it have to be a board agenda item, or?
Yeah, only the board can change the school calendar, so I'll have Maureen write it up, and then the
Okay.
board will just pass it via resolution, and then we'll update the calendar and repost it on the website.
No problem.
We spoke about many of the fundraisers that are taking place. This is just some of them. The middle school is beginning their gift card fundraiser. They're looking to collect gift cards, Acme, ShopRite, Walmart, Target, Amazon, Kohl's, Barnes & Noble, etc. Elementary school had a Thanksgiving food drive, and that continues through November 24th. The elementary school we mentioned is also planning a holiday toy and clothing drive, and they're going to have kind of a holiday bazaar, a free one at the elementary school in order to provide families with those essential needs right before the holidays. And the high school National Honor Society is doing their typical coat drive, gloves, hats, scarves, so on and so forth, toys, and that continues through December 22nd. And the PTA has tiger blankets for sale. And then just a quick reminder, elementary school students only will dismiss on Tuesday, 11/25 at noon. That's a give back day for parent-teacher conferences that already took place. And all schools will be closed from Wednesday, 11/26 through Friday, 11/28 for the Thanksgiving holiday.
This page go off on Wednesday.
That's it. Thank you.
Okay.
The middle school is also doing a food drive. It ends tomorrow. I don't know if anybody's around.
Just,
It ends
just tomorrow?
I found out yesterday.
Okay.
That's why I was saying maybe we can like publicize all of them somewhere because I was caught off guard.
Good to go.
Yeah, they do a lot of really good work.
Yeah, it's great. There's I didn't realize that there was so much. It's fantastic.
Yeah. I think our students certainly are living the community model, so we appreciate all the work that the staff and the students are doing to help our community. Okay, new business. Number one, Mr. O.
Resolved on the recommendation of the superintendent of schools to appoint Suzanne Boudouin to a 5-month leave replacement position as a Spanish teacher at the middle school effective November 3rd, 2025 through April 1st, 2026, or sooner, at the discretion of the Board of Education at Step 4MA of the PVFT salary schedule. Ms. Boudouin holds Spanish 7 through 12 initial and ESOL supplementary certifications.
Second.
Questions or comments? We are so grateful that you've got a Spanish teacher in, so.
Yes. She seems to be doing great. We're happy to have a certified teacher for those students, and she'll be here through when Ms. Garcia returns in April.
Good.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? The resolution passes. Number 2, please.
Resolved on the recommendation of the superintendent of schools to appoint Danielle Rentis as a school monitor effective November 3rd, 2025 at the elementary school with a probationary period of 52 weeks, November 2nd, 2026, on step 1 of the CSEA salary schedule.
Second.
Questions or comments? So it's 52 weeks, so it's a full year? She works in the summer too? Is that?
No, CSEA appointments are always 52-week probationary periods.
Okay.
So even though they don't work over the summer, their probationary period expires 1 year after their appointment.
Oh, I see, okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? The resolution passes. Number 3, please.
Resolved on the recommendation of the superintendent of schools to appoint Shakira Burvett as a school monitor effective November 3rd, 2025 at the middle school with a probationary period of 52 weeks, November 2nd, 2026, on step 2 of the CSEA salary schedule.
Second?
Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? The resolution passes. Number 4, please.
Resolved on the recommendation of the superintendent of schools to appoint Stephanie Herrera to a 4-year probationary term as a teaching assistant commencing on December 1st, 2025 and terminating on December 30th, 2029 in the teaching assistant tenure area on step 4 of the CSEA salary schedule. Ms. Herrera holds teaching assistant level 3 certification.
Second.
Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? The resolution passes. Number 5, please.
Resolved on the recommendation of the superintendent of schools to accept the resignation of senior account clerk Mariella Boyd from the district effective November 21st, 2025, as per document 90/26 attached to the agenda and official minutes of this meeting.
Second.
Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? The resolution passes. I'd like to open up now for public comment on any topic.
Good evening, everyone. My name's Joe Ferraro. I'm excited for Mayapack, but disappointed for Putnam Valley. I remember my time on the board really trying to push for financial training or financial education in personal finance, and it looks as though the state is putting something forward for comment through January, but Mayapack beat them to the punch and actually has their seal of financial literacy as part of a graduation requirement, and I just hope that it will be incorporated as soon as possible here at the district and not wait until everything is nice and tidy from the state. That's it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Joe. And Joe, I like how I think they require for every student, correct? Not every student. Yeah.
Every year.
Yeah.
Financial literacy.
Is it just a one-class requirement that they're doing?
No, it's a whole curriculum.
Whole curriculum, all three
Yeah.
for elementary, middle,
Yep.
and high school.
It's K to 12.
Yeah. We'd love if we could look into that.
And there is no
Yeah,
other
I would love
information
that too.
available besides that.
First one in the
Okay.
state.
Is it state
I'm a huge
designed,
proponent
or-
of that.
It's state mandated, there is no design.
There's going to be standards. There has to be standards.
Yeah, that's what I'm
There
saying.
have to be
Have we seen anything of
No.
this yet? Still not.
Except that it's happening.
Do we have an intention to like beat the punch,
Well,
like as Joe
well,
mentioned?
we can't
or
create
just,
what
like,
we
on
don't
fire?
know what they want. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Jackie?
We are currently, I don't know if this is on, but we are currently awaiting guidance from the state for their New York Inspires plan, because financial literacy is part of that, and it is for more than just the high school.
Right.
So we are expecting more guidance to be forthcoming from the state.
Would the high school or 7-12 require a certified teacher in financial literacy or can
No,
math
it's not a
teachers?
separate certification, but we've known this is coming for months, so we've already had many internal conversations regarding, obviously, the most complicated piece of this is how does it fit into a high school student schedule?
Right.
How do we embed it into an existing class? What existing classes already offer these skills? So that's kind of been our focus in terms of where do we already touch these skills? What classes students already take? Can we increase or embed more of these skills into it? And what are other ways that fit within student schedules that we can make? What we can't do is just create an extra period to the day and
Right.
schedule every kid in a class and then hire teachers to teach it. So we're going to have to get creative regarding the existing classes we have and the existing teachers we have in order to comply with this mandate. I agree with the importance of it. So it's just a matter of figuring out how to teach students these important skills within the existing structures.
Well, we
in our
have
buildings.
courses like economics already, so.
Yeah, so economics is one where we may just have to tweak some of the curriculum to better align with whatever these standards are going to be. We have financial planning and literacy courses. The problem is not every student takes that class. So while we have classes that go much more in depth, they're not required classes for every kid. So some students have more skills than others, but we're looking right now to meet the baseline needs for all students. And economics is one class that's mandatory for most students and something that we think we can tweak to better align with whatever these standards will be.
Not that it will affect you guys because you'll be gone by the time this comes through, but do you think this is an important thing, financial literacy courses?
Yeah, we're both in IB Business and Management, and there's a whole finance unit, which I think is really important, and it's actually like my favorite class.
I wouldn't know anything without it.
They're both heavily invested in crypto currency.
I hope not
No.
now.
Not now.
I think it's really important.
Crypto's following the trail down.
Well, that's good.
I think we have a finance class here, though.
Yeah, we do.
Personal finance.
Personal finance, yeah.
Guys, yeah.
I think it helps. I can remember, I don't know, my daughter must have gone to a concert or something, and there were booths, and they were giving kids credit cards. She's like, I got a credit card. It's like, no, you don't. Because, yeah, I mean, it sounds cool and great, but, yeah.
Until you get that 25% interest rate.
Yeah.
That compounds over
Or the
month,
bill.
over month, over
So
month.
I think it's good.
Don't make that mistake.
Okay, upcoming meetings?
So our next meeting is scheduled for December 11th, and that'll be our data presentation. It'll be facilitated by Ms. Levine with help from her colleagues. So that's our next meeting, December 11th, and then we'll pause for the holiday recess before we come back in January. January presentations, we'll really begin our budget presentations with the athletics and technology presentations. That'll be both the opening of school update as well as the budget presentation combined.
Okay, board member comments.
Just very quickly, the gym show, and Barbara, you were there with me. I thought that was phenomenal, how those little kids performed, and kudos to the coaches, the phys ed teachers who were there, Frank and everyone else guiding those children. It was really pretty neat. I cannot believe that those youngsters were as fast as they were in those relays.
They could run.
When I was that age, maybe it's the vitamins they're taking. I don't know, but boy, they were
It's the
fast.
fluoride in the water.
Oh my God, it was amazing. That and also the play Arsenic and Old Lace.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool.
It was.
And kudos to the Theater Works department.
And it was cute to watch the preschoolers come in, and sit on the benches.
they
Their
were
little legs
sitting with
don't
us.
touch the ground. They were like in awe of these big kids running these races. It was very well done. So, yeah. Crystal and I went to the city, to the New York State
did.
School Board, huh?
You did.
Brought back all kinds of stuff. I gave it to Jackie, I gave it to Maureen. It's like, oh, I learned this. It was really, I think, really good. And I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it.
One thing that I took away from that conference was something that's called the dignity meter, and I thought it was very interesting. Quite a few of the sessions at the conference were about just being cordial with one another. And I just want to say that I am so incredibly proud to be on a board where that is never an issue. We are cordial, we are respectful, we sometimes agree to disagree, and that's okay. But the way that we operate, I think, is really, really good. And I was really very proud to come away, knowing that that's the way that we function.
That's nice.
And it's not the case everywhere. So we had our Student of the Month breakfast at
Okay.
middle school today. It was fantastic. Lots of families came out. Students took their sweet little pictures. They'll be on the PTA website. It was very, very nice. So thank you to the PTA for sponsoring that. Thank you, thank you. Also, the elementary school had their first steering committee meeting, which was very well attended. There were like 25 people in the room. It was awesome.
Wow.
Teachers, families, just administrators, amazing. It was great. Jackie was there. Thank you, Jackie, for being there. And they had good conversation about what they would like to plan to, be on the agenda for the year. So that was great. The high school also had their second steering committee, or maybe their third steering committee for the year. And I wasn't able to attend this one, but you were. Anything you want to say about the steering committee? Were you both there?
Yeah, we both were
Perfect.
there.
Yeah. Anything that you guys want to share out from that?
We just talked about a lot about like grades in classes and different like ways teachers can like stay up to date with like putting grades in the grade book.
Okay.
That's
Awesome.
what most of it was.
All right. Thank you for that.
Has AI come up in your building steering committee meetings?
Not really. We talk about it in business. How AI is going to take over. Like what jobs we can still get when we're older. But not building steering.
Not yet.
Okay.
We'll get there.
Yeah, we probably will.
Yeah. And then I just want to give Putnam Valley a shout out because at BOCES today during the regional principals meeting, we had a guest from Mason. Mason joined our meeting and showed off a little bit today.
Serious?
He was so great.
Oh, my God.
He got to meet all the principals of the region, and he was so well behaved. I was so proud of him. It was fantastic.
Oh, that's cool.
And Jackie came along and talked to the principals in the region about how we adopted Mason, and it was just really great. I also just want to say, it's like a little bit of a pride moment.
You're getting a dog?
No, I wish. Oh, no, definitely not. Not yet. We're not there yet. But I found out today, actually, that the Assistant Principals Forum is actually led by one of our administrators, Dr. Letitia Payne. Travis McCarty is now also leading the Secondary Principals Forum, and Margaret Podesta is leading the Elementary Principals Forum at BOCES. And so that is something to really be celebrated. I say it all the time, but we have leaders of leaders in our district, and we really should just be very proud of the work that's happening. So wanted to highlight that.
That's good.
It was nice to sit with Jeremy. He's like the second highest guy in
And
the superintendent's organization. It's like, this is good, this is good.
Yeah, really great.
Yeah.
I had an opportunity to attend the town board meeting last night where I gave an update on the school. And one thing that was great about it is it was a packed house because they had a
Public hearing.
public hearing going on afterwards. So to speak to a lot of people that I'm sure never even know what's going on in the schools, telling them about Mason, telling them that our elementary school's in the top 3% of the state, different activities that are going on in the state, cheerleading, et cetera. So just a good opportunity for others to hear. The Garrison students going to Putnam Valley, I'm sure many of them weren't aware. So it's a great opportunity for a large audience. And of course, I invited them all here. So, thank you, guys.
And there's no meeting in December for the,
Correct.
of the
No
town, so
town
it'll
No,
be
no
January?
December meetings, yeah.
And are we assuming that everything is going to remain the same in terms of us speaking at the meeting and the time, even
Yes.
with the new
Yeah,
supervisor?
Allison will continue the community forums in the beginning of the meeting, yeah.
Okay.
And when we met with the town recently, with some administrators, we also invited them to this meeting to participate, so.
Wonderful.
Okay. Any other comments?
Can I mention something?
Yeah.
There's an organization called The Community That Cares. It's run by Putnam County. It involves methodologies to avoid student use of drugs, alcohol, vaping, things like that. They meet just 4 times a year, and The Community That Cares is open to anyone. And Barbara, you've been on
I
their
have.
forum. It's a Zoom meeting, 3 o'clock on Thursday. If you can tune in, I'll send all your names to the person, Sheila Hanley, who heads the organization. They want input from us, from school administrators. They offer so much, and we had a meeting today, and there were just 2 school personnel on the Zoom, and there should be a lot more. So it's January 22nd is the next meeting at 3 p.m. It's a Zoom, and they can send you the hookup if you're able to do it. Just putting it out there because it is an important
Yeah,
organization.
it is, it is.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything else? Okay, I'd like a motion to adjourn the business meeting.
So move.
Second.
Questions or comments? All in favor?
Great.
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Well, this is
Happy
an early one
Thanksgiving,
tonight.
everybody.